York's classic rock, Q1043.
I say good morning to Alex Wolff. I believe this is your third appearance on Sunstein Sunday. Yeah, because you were on when you made your directorial debut. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're only 24, right?
Yeah, 24.
This is insane. How old were you when you made your directorial debut with The Cat in the Moon?
I guess I turned 20 in pre-production. So I started pre-production when I was 19, I guess.
This is insane. I mean, I know you basically grew up in the business, literally on screen, right? You and your brother Nat, your mom's Polly Draper, and your dad is a jazz pianist. By the way, do you have his musical ability as well as your mom's acting job?
Yeah. Me and my brother have been in a band since we were kids, and we have an album coming out now. So I definitely don't have his musical ability. That he's a piano virtuoso since he was young. I'll never be on that level, but I'm a really, really serious, musician, and we have been since we were kids. That's actually how we started. That's how I started. And so I take it as seriously as the film career.
Wow, we're talking about huge talent. Now, the reason Alex Wolff is with us this morning, you may have seen the movie Pig. It's kind of interesting to me that two of the movies you starred in this year have one-word titles.
I know.
Big and three letter.
And three letter.
And three letters. It's kind of crazy. But what's it like? You're getting Oscar talk for Pig, where you don't make that face, where you co-starred with Nicolas Cage. And I did see the movie, and this is a role unlike anything you've played before. And of course, Nicolas Cage is always great in my mind. You know, I work with his brother, Mark Coppola. He's one of our top.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
So great. No, I'm a big fan of Mark.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what's it like getting Oscar buzz?
I mean, that's just like the coolest thing in the world. This movie, I've said this before, but this movie was in every single stage a best case scenario situation, a 1 in a million situation. And, maybe people are a little fatigued from hearing that about projects, but this project, just to put it in context, when you get a script, very rarely is it that good, and very rarely does it have a fantastic part. So first and foremost, I got a script that Nicolas Cage was attached to, and I said immediately, it doesn't matter if the script is good. I want to do it. Nick, to me, is the god. He's my guiding third eye in terms of careers and the actors that I admire and their risk taking and everything. So immediately I said, it doesn't matter if the script is good. Then I read it. And another amazing stage of luck, it was an incredible script. So you go, okay, great. This is amazing. I'm working with my favorite actor in the world, and it's a really good script. Too bad it's going to be a terrible movie. And then it's this amazing thing where we made the movie, and it was this great, incredible experience where I had the best time with Nick, and we became best friends, and the movie turned out really amazing. So then you think, okay, the movie's amazing. I made a best friend in Nick. The script is great. Too bad everyone's going to hate the movie. That's this, of course, that's what's got to happen and then everybody really liked it. And then you think, oh, well, nobody's going to see it. And then a lot of people saw it. So at every single step of the way, it was just a miracle. And so I guess I'm just trying to take it in as this is really 1 in a million. I've been doing this since I was a kid, and you never get this. So I'm just trying to soak it in because I know it'll never happen like this again.
For those who have not seen Pig yet, Nicolas Cage plays this loner. He's living alone in the woods, except for his pig. His pig sniffs out truffles. So Nicolas Cage is a truffle hunter, but his pig is the talent of finding these expensive, much sought after truffles. And then suddenly the pig is kidnapped. Now, going deeper into what the movie is really about, it's really a look at grief. And so it's a very profound movie. and you peel it, it peels like an onion.
Oh, I love that.
Layer
Yeah.
upon layer. So were you intimidated working with your idol and meeting
Yeah.
him? And what was that like first meeting him?
First meet, well, he's like mystically amazing at taking the star away from himself and just being a really personable uh, guy who's there. I've heard the same about Paul McCartney, who I've never met, but I hear that he kind of has the same thing of when people talk to Nick Cage, it's as if they're talking to like a character in their own dreams or something, because he's so integral to people's, I think, feelings, and he's been a part of them for so many generations. And so I think he's very used to people treating him like this God. And to me, he's a God. He wasn't a man to me. He was so when I first met him, I was really intimidated and really shaky. And I just said, I just love you. I don't know what else to say. I love you so much. You're amazing. And he just immediately started complimenting me, and soon enough we were just best friends. And then a special thing happened where at the beginning of the film, both of us were going through a very similar personal time, kind of some tough personal things, and they aligned, and we really bonded up as people. And it became incidental that he's also Nicolas Cage. It's it's this amazing thing where I found this lifelong friendship who happens to be this mega movie star, talent, genius.
Did you learn anything from him in the process of working on Pig?
I really, really mean it, because I don't, I'm always a little wary of sounding saccharine talking about him, because my love for him is so profound. But I think that I had about whatever that's called, a perpendicular learning curve. Like I went into the movie at a certain way, and I came out a whole different actor. And he's changed the way, not just the way I look at acting, but the way I look at filmmaking in general. And just personally, I think he became someone who's really been an ally and has been a marking flag for sticking to your guns and being who you are, and not just trying to I don't know, go with any quota. And he's made a career of doing that. So I just feel very, very beyond lucky.
It seems to me that he rarely says no to a role, much like Samuel L. Jackson. That's how it feels to me. I could be totally wrong, because he's in so many movies, has done so much work. Would you ever turn something down, or are you the type of person who always says yes? Okay, yes, I'm up to this challenge.
I think Nick turns a lot of stuff down, just in my experience. Listen, we'll just never be. Nick is Nick. Nick is Nicolas Cage. I probably turn more things down than I ought to. I think I'm a little, kind of I give myself to things in a way that I know it'll be exhausting if I don't love the thing and I don't find it really interesting. If I invest in something for any other reason other than the fact that I'm truly in love with it, it may seem like a good idea for a week, but the second you get there on set and you're stuck doing this thing for a month or 2 months, it can be really soul sucking. And I've done that. And so I guess I'm a little particular about what I want to do. So sometimes I won't work for, a certain amount of months, but I think it is, when you love movies as much as Nick does and I do, I think there is an instinct to just let's work. Like, let's make this work. Let's fix this up. Because I think we see a lot of special things in maybe other scripts that people wouldn't, and that's what it was with Pig. Nobody was talking about it. You don't know. There's no fortune crystal ball that tells you when something's going to be successful. You have to trust your instinct. And Pig was one of these things that nobody was paying attention to. Nobody knew. When I told people about the movie, they didn't even get it. And then it's only when it came out and people saw what we were working on that things really connected on it.
I'm speaking with Alex Wolff. He co-stars with Nicolas Cage in the movie Pig, which is getting Oscar talk. He was also in old M. Night Shyamalan's latest movie. And of course, he's in the Jumanji franchise. So that, I mean, you know, you attach yourself to that, you know, that's going to be a hit, right?
No, not even close. No, when I first did Jumanji, I thought, who was the audience for this? Because I didn't get it. Because I mean, I got it. I loved it, but I thought, you know, the first movie wasn't a massive success, really. I think it was a success in its own right, but I was thinking, you know, what's the end game here? You know, I didn't really get it, and I didn't know that people would like it. It was just this amazing surprise thing. And then the sequel, I thought, okay, well, the first one did so well. Of course, this is going to be a bit of a disappointment. You know, I'm ready for that. And instead, I thought it was even better. So, you know, I just got really lucky. I've gotten really, really lucky, and I'm sure the luck is going to run out very soon. But it's been an amazing ride because I've just gotten to be with these amazing things.
I saw Old in a theater with my husband. It could have been one of the first movies we saw post, I shouldn't even say post-pandemic because we're still in the pandemic.
I know what you mean though, where things started opening up.
When things started opening up, yeah. And it didn't exactly go where I thought it was going to go, which is fine. You know, I mean, that's totally fine. That's what you want from a movie. But the interesting thing I wanted to tell you about it is that I was on a flight home from LA after seeing my kids, and I was watching the person next to me watching Old, and it was amazing that scene for scene, I knew exactly where I was. So the movie stayed with me.
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
a half year.
It's funny because I have people, you know, Old is you're one or the other. You're on one side of that film or you're on the other. You know, some people like the lovely Luca Guadagnino's director was like telling me how he really thinks it's a masterpiece. And then some people come up to me on the street and say that movie was so awful, you know, like and it's really exciting to be a part of something where whatever people's reactions to it are in the moment, it lingers with you for a long time. And I have friends call me and say, dude, I can't sleep because I'm thinking about time is running out. And that happens to me a lot. And so I feel like that movie tapped into some fear and some existential dread that was going on with the pandemic. I think it really got to something.
It absolutely did. I thank you, Alex Wolff. Congratulations on Pig and Old and your entire career, and love to your family. And those of you who missed part of this interview, you can download the iHeartRadio app. It is free, and my interviews live on as the podcast Sunstein Sessions. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning on the Jim Kerr Rock and Roll Morning Show, Q104.3.
New York's classic rock, Q104.3.